Welcome to my first live stream in more than 3.5 years. We will see if I have any idea how to do this. I have almost exclusively just been doing long form videos up until this point, just kind of getting back into the game. So really looking forward to this. So we'll see how it goes. Today we are going to be focusing on TZ Andariel. I'm on single player right now, and just going to focus on getting in as many runs as I can. I've just got my sorceress here with their standard Magic Find build, only running on players 3 difficulty, so could be better optimized, but trying to get the runs in, have them smooth, be quick, about 333% Magic Find, and we'll see how quickly we can go here. We've got our counter here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually working on a large project with 1,000 Andariel runs on TZ Andariel. I do have 1,000 regular Andariel runs that I've been actually working on getting a video up and running for quite a while. Finished all that recording a while back. So let's get into these runs and we'll see what we can get here. All right. So yeah, this is my sorceress. She's just, I've got a pretty good map here, but sorceress, she is 93 and has been my primary Magic Find character on single player here. So got a decent Andariel map. It doesn't take me too long to get here. We'll see how many times I can do this without dying while I'm trying to actually talk here. So I've been slowly working towards a Grail just as something to work towards. So trying to get these runs in as quick as possible. I do have the Magic Find, excuse me, the run counter going here in the upper right. Missed that last one, but it's because I don't know what I'm doing with this live streaming stuff. So we'll see if we can keep it a little bit less embarrassing. So, but just trying to get into it. And of course, she goes down pretty quick, but can melt my mercenary. So, gonna burn through some of that gold here, juggling all the different pieces. All right. So we'll res him. Awesome. Certainly not fully optimized here from a mercenary perspective. Just using an insight. Do not have infinity or anything like that going on right now. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm trying to do some smooth runs here. I'll see how many times I can promise that. So I have had, at least it feels like, amazing luck now. TZ Andy, she is way overpowered when it comes down to the drops that she can do. I mean, it's not fair. Just it's not compared to anything else that's out there. So it's been pretty amazing for somebody that has played this game a long time, over the years, back in the original LOD days. You know, it doesn't feel normal, the sort of drops that you see from her. So it's pretty crazy when you get the opportunity to run this. So even though I'm playing single player, I'm only doing this when the normal Andariel TZs are running. So just really focusing on grabbing these opportunities when they're out there. So and all the other times I've been running this, I've been recording the videos without my ugly face on the screen, just trying to catch the actual natural drops and then do some voiceover on the video, which honestly I find to be pretty challenging to do or to do well. I'm used to just doing actual recorded videos where I'm talking at the same time as playing or explaining what's going on screen. So haven't enjoyed that part of it, but I will get over it because These are some pretty cool videos with you can have so many runs recorded, calculated, and documented all the really amazing drops. So I'm still just rocking the standard Blizzard Sorceress. There we go. Got it. Oh, never mind. Ice Blink. For a second there, I thought we had an Arcane's Valor, but so coming in again, just a little over 300 Magic Find, focusing on quick, efficient runs. Still running Blizzard. It's just the simplest to gear up. Only have a couple skillers, so hence between the power that I've got and the fact that I'm pretty Magic Find heavy, just focusing on players 3 difficulty.
I can't carry anymore.
Here we've got a Leviathan, high level. I've gotten a number of those. I can't remember explicitly this one. Is this Razor's Edge? No. Got the Grail running in the background, so I've already gotten all of these items here, but so we'll keep it rolling. As you can tell, I'm actually well into these 1,000 runs. We've got over 600 already, and spoiler alert, there's some there's some pretty amazing drops. Like I said, Andariel in TZ form just blows everything else out of the water. It's just not even fair, the drops that she offers compared to any other options. Even, TZ Mephisto, which is awesome. All right, what do we got? Tell me we got another. Nope, just junk there. Not sure if I'm moving too fast on the live stream versus the recording that I would normally do, so just kind of feeling that out as we go here. But kind of jumped in just a little bit late to this TZ hour. Want to get as many of these runs in as we can. Again, with that goal of hitting 1,000, it takes a lot of hours to do that. My average, I think, right now is sitting. Let's see. Let's take a look at the stats. My average runtime is about 49 seconds for Terror Zone Andariel. When I was doing regular Andariel, it was certainly a little bit less than that. But that time does count inventory management, and I am hoarding things for both the Grail, but also just grabbing every single gem, cubing them up, using them for crafting and for re-rolling grand charms in particular. So but I've been really happy with the performance on the recent long form videos that I've been publishing, just having been gone for so long and coming back. I'm really surprised, really appreciate the support of people that, it's pretty crazy that there's people that actually, all right, here we go. Got some ethereal war travs. All right, you got, whoa, that dong was a little loud. All right, ethereal war travs, my first one. 43% magic find. I mean, as ethereal, that is basically worthless, but it just adds to the Grail percentage there. I am actually equipped with 49%, so 49 out of 50 here, which is pretty solid, but I'll have to stash those away. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I'm glad you're liking the videos. They're really meant to be a little bit more accessible, nothing too crazy, and try to explain some of the things that are really meant for kind of the returning and, in some cases, new players. Let me just toss this off in the stash, and we will keep going. Alright. Okay. Just got to add that to the list, since I'm keeping track of everything for the video. So we've got the War Travs, Ethereal, 43% Magic Find. Alright, and rolling on. So I've been slowly building up a big library of runs of various bosses, Terror Zone, non-Terror Zone. I've got 1,000 run collection of Pindle skin that's actually getting pretty close to done. Never ran that much Pindle, and I gotta say, it's kind of meeting my expectations. He's really not great. I mean, even on TZ, have not had a lot of luck there. On the other hand, TZ Andy, like we're doing here tonight, and TZ Mephisto, it's been pretty ridiculous compared to being used to doing these in the old way. So we got a Tals, 14% Magic Find. I have no use for that. Just gonna drop it on the ground. But I am picking up almost all these uniques, not because they're valuable, not because they're important, but mostly because I am slowly, very slowly working towards a full Ath Grail. So gotta pick them up just to make sure. Ruggle, what are you running for your ladder build this year, or this ladder? Is that a typical one for you? I mean, that's always my go-to. I mean, it's the typical, Blizz Sorceress just being so easy to, you don't really need a lot of gear or any gear at all to even be viable and everything. Let's see here. We got a small charm, 17 life. Not going to do it for me. I really don't mind the playstyle either. Some people, get really bored with it. I'm a grinder. I have no problem going back and playing the same thing. Being on single player, won't be picking up even some of the blue things that maybe I'd pick up on ladder or online, just in case, you get some amazing high value thing, your JMod or whatever. But just offline, I just really don't bother my time with that. The things that might have crazy value for low level dueling. Those are things that you pick up, you identify for sure if you're online, because you never know the value of some of that stuff. I mean, I have never gotten into PvP and really struggled even in many cases know what's valuable. Basically, if it looks weird to me, it means it could be valuable. But single player is just a little bit simpler. You can a little bit more easily identify whether something is of interest to you. And I just I'm talking, and here I'm out here alone without my mercenary, so I think I'll be fine, but did miss out on that. Alright. Okay, let's bring back a Sob. I will say I had never gotten into single player back in LOD, even earlier in D2R. Just, there didn't seem to be any point, because I didn't like the concept of, all right, well, let's go out there, let's find stuff that isn't relevant to my build, and then it has no value, and like that just felt wrong to me. But then when I actually tried it out, it really refreshed my interest in the game. It really got me back into the game, motivated, engaged, and enjoying myself, because it was kind of, a completely fresh start, and just something that made everything interesting. Kind of a fresh playthrough, kind of like a ladder reset to some extent, but made me think about the way that I was playing the game, and there's a lot of good things going for it. I found myself playing a lot of solo play online, and being single player offline, being able to do players' difficulties, being able to have kind of the saved maps, being able to I don't know why I'm thinking. Just gotta check for ethereal and all this stuff. Being able to have unlimited characters, unlimited mules, that for someone that likes to stash a lot of things around, that's been really helpful for me. Yeah, I can see the map variants being fun to some extent. I have really been excited about doing some of these videos with crazy run counts, and just it's not really reasonable to do with random maps. I mean, the amount of time that it takes to find things, even using some of the, you know, what we call them, map hacks or whatever, the map rules in different places. It's just there you go, shark tooth resocket. Is there any useful no, and that's not even a high. Why am I shark tooth? Sorry, I was getting it confused with something else. It wasn't even an elite base. But yeah, trying to do these 1,000 run count projects just with random maps, it would shoot it through the roof. I did the recorded the 1,000 regular Andariel runs when I first did my first playthrough here in single player, and it was a little bit over 21 hours of playtime, and that's with this pretty optimized map that doesn't take very long to get there. And so just, especially like Andariel with the catacombs level 3 being completely random, it just would take a long time, I think. Alright, really haven't found too much here tonight in these runs. It's pretty crazy that even just a handful of runs without finding anything useful is considered a dry spell, which, I mean, compared to everything else that you're used to in old style, this is pretty crazy. Because 50 runs, 75 runs without finding anything valuable maybe is considered a dry run the old way, but now we get spoiled here with the terror zones. Oh, yeah, I've yet to try D2R using a controller, and I've certainly listened to some of the Reddit conversations about what works, what doesn't work there for controllers, and just haven't had that experience myself. We've got just got a Nat's armor, but that's got plenty of those sitting around. Rug blade. What we got? Oh, that's nothing either. Alright. Let's get rid of some of these gems. Gotta stockpile all this. I love doing re-rolling on Grand Charms, shooting for skillers. Not only do I enjoy doing that, but they make for some good videos. There's some of the ones I personally enjoy a lot, because there's something about kind of, I mean, all this game is really about kind of the RNG, the lottery feel to it, and re-rolling is certainly one of those things that can be really fun and rewarding at the same time. Alright, Venom Grip. Those are horrible. Alright, let's see. We are 22 runs in now at this point, and besides those Ethereal War Travelers, which again are not useful, have not gotten anything of note thus far. Not even a, not even a single piece of jewelry, and that's what Andy's known for. So let's light it up. I did get, there's my Demon Limb for enchant. I did get one offline Stone of Jordan here. And I used that recently for one of my videos to turn in to get an anti-charm, which is to me still totally worthwhile. You know, it hurts to get rid of that Stone of Jordan, but an anti's worth so much more for value and power. So excited to have that. I have still not run Ubers on my single player yet, so I've stockpiled a little bit of keys, but I haven't done dedicated key farming. That's going to be an activity I do after I wrap up some of my large boss farming runs. Not the most important, but let's see here. Nope. not. And then this is our Garb. Yeah, so offline, single player, if you want to spawn Diablo clone, what you have to do is you sell 1 Stone of Jordan to the vendor, and he'll spawn. So, and of course, the one thing you really got to keep in mind, I did just actually do a video about this. Maybe it's kind of boring, but did a video on declone guide. And offline, the one thing you got to be careful about is because it's single player and you sell that in a single game, you can't swap between characters. You know, you got to make sure that your character is ready to go, that you're prepared. Gladbane, these are nice piece of armor, particularly if it's ethereal for your merc. But we got IK helm here, okay, and always check my rare columns just in case. Yeah, so just 1 Stone of Jordan, sell it to the vendor. You get declone to spawn from any super unique like Rakanishu or Eldritch. And the biggest thing is you really just need to make sure that you've got some way to stop them from healing. So easiest thing is prevent monster heal. Actually right here. Here's your solution. An edge bow. Super easy. Just shoot him once with this. You don't need to worry about attack rating or anything like that. You hit him once with this edge bow. He will stop healing. You can take your time. As long as you don't leave and come back, he'll stop healing. You can take your time, whittle him down. Otherwise, something like open wounds or continuous poison damage, that's the biggest thing, is declone just really, really heals fast. So any way to stop him from healing. And other than that, he's usually very manageable. $18, $13, $8, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, so there's a Discord server that I link in the video that has really great resources to know when walks are going to happen, be it ladder, non-ladder, and then the region. So you can actually just change whichever region you're on easily from the BattleNet launcher, because since you are on PC. There's actually walks. Usually there's non-ladder walks on North America, so America's region, every Thursday night, usually from, I think it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, runs for an hour, and they usually do about 7 or 8 walks, which is pretty crazy. And so I actually, that's where I got all the video footage for the video I did on Declone. So yeah, take a look. There's some good information in there, because if you don't know how to know when he's going to spawn, it can be really frustrating. I mean, I personally am a little bit disappointed with how often he walks, simply because it's just an indicator of how bad the botting is right now throughout D2R. But it certainly does make the anti-charms much more accessible for everybody, which that's mostly a good thing, I would say. So, but yeah, check it out. That Discord's really, really helpful. All right. This is, I gotta say, doing this live stream, it's really weird doing all this play without focusing the same amount on it. I'm just kind of doing the muscle memory since I've killed Andy so many times here. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything important that drops or miss calling something out here. I do love Lula's Wall. This was just absolute classic back in the day, but with Spirit, it means nothing at this point. So, all right, we got an Ethereal Balrog Blade. I'm just gonna throw that aside to possibly cube or large at some point when I do another build that I might want to do a decent rune word in there. All right, let me throw that in the stash. No, man, hey, you're giving me something to respond to. I really, really, really appreciate it. And welcome. I don't recognize your username from any of the video comments, so if this is your first time watching, I really, really appreciate it.
Hello.
Also, somehow let my merc die. Alright, let's get back at this. Alright, we're up to run 643 now. Also not sure what I'm going to do with these recordings for the video, because the large 1,000 run video, because all the other pieces were recorded without my ugly face on the screen. So it's just a screen capture of the game. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hey, thanks. Appreciate that. There's a lot of other options out there, and I think there's a lot fewer D2R video creators nowadays, but I will say a lot of them that are sticking around. I think I really like a lot of them. I think there's a lot of good options. There's some of the obvious ones with Mr. Llama. I really do like Phil as well. I think very approachable, pretty chill as well. So martial arts, you know, I'm not positive. I mean, I don't know if I have an intention of actually doing a Mosaic Assassin at some point, but we'll throw it in there. And I know that the skills number really is almost irrelevant to the sheer power there, but we'll throw that in there. Alright, let's get something TZ87. So I have yet to do, see, a Death's Fathom or a D-Web. Alright, hey, finally, we got a ring. There's our SOJ, right? There's our SOJ. Alright, Carrion Wind. At least it's a rare one, even if not particularly helpful. I got the 8% life steal. And then we've got our Drax. Now that actually is useful. 8% life steal. I'm trying to think the range, is this 6 to 9? So, yeah, not a Nagel. Well, here's the thing. Actually, I don't need my Nagels anymore. I've got 2 perfect 30% Magic Find Nagels. That's how much Andariel farming I've done. That I've got perfect Nagels here for Magic Find. Well, got the Drax. That is always welcome. So, alright. So I'm going to throw these in here. I got to add that to the list. The Carrion Wind as well. Carrion. And Drax. Cool. There. Finally some drops. Alright, let's get some more before this hour is up. We're only halfway through. That's not bad. Alright. Check the large charms just in case. Like I said, I do not have a full inventory of skillers, or nothing even close from the grand charm perspective. But let's reload on the IDs.
Order welcomes you.
Alright. Wow. My stream element spot that I set up in 2021, I guess, is still active. So, that's kind of ridiculous, but alright, it's there. I guess those are things. Nobody cares about Facebook or Twitter, which is not Twitter anymore, so that's great. Let's just see if these are ethereal at all. Lots of stuff, though. Lots of things. That's the crazy part here with, I don't care about my Nats armor, I guess. Got plenty of those Nats. Alright, but yeah, look at that. Oh, okay, we'll check for our NATO helm. Nope, no NATO helm. Alright. Oh, shut up, Stream Elements bot. Come in, now you're spamming. Follow me. Like and subscribe. I didn't ask that to do that. I'm gonna have to mess with that now. All right, let's keep it going. We are up to run 648 now. All right. So, as I was saying, I was talking about, I think, what I have gotten and what I haven't gotten. So we'll check any of these really quick for Ethereal. None of these are Ethereal. Don't need any of them. For the Grail. Rock Fleece, that is actually a decent budget, decent early merc item if you need it. I suppose there was an Etnax. I am not playing ladder this season. Mostly just don't have enough time to spread to everything that I need to do for this. Mostly from the video perspective. Editing, putting together the videos takes way longer than it takes to actually play the game and collect that content. Wow, how many is this tonight? This is Swanins. Never mind. I wasn't paying attention. I thought this was another Nats. I think we've had 3 Nats already tonight. So, but what have I gotten out of these TZ Andy and TZ Meph runs so far? Well, spoiler here. This is a very, very solid Griffin. So I am set. I'm ready to go for my helm when I do switch over to either Lightning or Nova Sorceress. We'll just need to have enough socket quests. Obviously, I don't have an infinity yet, otherwise I'd be using it with this guy as well. But this is good. And with the TZ, this is the first time I think perhaps ever that I personally have found an Arachnid's Mesh. I actually found 2 of them. I found 3 total Griffin's Eye. This is the second to worst. Minus 16, 10. The other one was a minus 15, 10. So 3 Griffins, but do not have almost any of the other extremely rare or very valuable TC87 items. Not complaining, just stating what I've found and what I haven't found. So 3 Griffins, looking for a D-Web, looking for Death's Fathom. Those are ones that I'm interested in collecting here as well for both for the Grail and also for use. But yeah, I'm really excited to finally wrap up the 1000 Andariel runs, which again was a non-TZ, or there was a few TZs in there, but that was for kind of starting off this single-player campaign a while back in August, so a couple months ago. But Sacred Targe, nothing there. Okay. But it had 21 hours worth of farming. Really great kind of kickoff to single player and kind of building some wealth, building some items up. Started with a bunch of random blues, went through the journey. I was in low 80s, and it was just fun. But again, the production of the video is taking quite some time, and I want it to be solid. I wanted to also build a little bit of momentum, having been gone for so long, coming back. There's another ice blanket. So, all right, for you guys, I will pick up the Blue Monarch, and nothing special there. What do I got there? 35,000 gold. But considering I keep letting Asab die,
yes,
I can vendor that one and load up on my scrolls then too.
good day.
There we go. There's 35 Gs. Alright. Let's keep going here. Let's find something good before the end of the hour. Have I had a dong yet? Oh, I had the one dong for the ethereal war traps. So that's been my only addition here. So I do have the Grail set up to both include ethereal and normal items. Just something that is a let's call it a 10-year plan. 10-year plan towards that. So I love stats. I love numbers. So the more data I can collect, the better. So running it on ethereal items as well. Yari. Now, this is actually something that can have some use upgrading, maybe if it's ethereal, but what do we got here? Runic. No, one is already has a socket, so no value there from the perspective of a potential base for Mosaic. Alright, let's empty out this small junk I got here and keep rolling. Gotta save all the jewels for crafting. Really, I think this is the single first rune today. Not even anything else. And I've been picking up literally every size, every level rune. Doesn't matter. Just hoarding it. Just hoarding it, which, again, you can do single player offline. It's a waste of time, but I do it because why not? Get out of there. Alright, we need a ring. No ring? Bigger sting. Sanders. Yep. I think I have looked at my completed set list and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 of the sets are complete already. The Grail, which is pretty crazy. I just checked off the Arctic set because I just found the armor. After all these runs, I was still eluded. The armor had still eluded me. Level 2 item armor. Cleared up all of the high level sets, all this kind of stuff. Holy water sprinkler. Is that the Redeemer? The fetid sprinkler. Don't ring a bell, but it didn't dong, so I must have had it already. Alright, and I let Asab die. Let him die. Yeah. Holy water sprinkler, Batman. I do like that. I'll just throw that in there. Alright. A little resurrection. And now more killing. Alright. I think we are guaranteed, since I'm streaming, I think I'm guaranteed at least one solid TC 87 item before the end of the hour. So what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Grandfather? 3 set items. Nice. Is it gonna be Windforce? What's it gonna be? We're gonna get one though. Not sure what it is. Tyrael's might. The odds are not in your favor, not in my favor for that one, but I would not argue with that one. Let's call for it, Rugs. Alright. Dagger. I think I got this. Gold dagger! Dong. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of these real... Merc died. There are a couple of these really, really low-level items that are actually extremely, extremely rare to drop from these higher-level bosses. That's one of them, the Gull Dagger. If I didn't find it soon, I was actually probably going to gamble for it. I did a video years ago gambling for the Gull Dagger. Took me, it was like 3,700 gambles. The average is about 1 in 2,000, but yeah, love me some Gull Dagger. I mean, it even has some use. It has some use right away, especially early in ladder. You know, you can do a weapon swap to it. Oh, I guess I'm going without a merc today. So yeah, no, Gull Dagger, love that one. I mean, it's no Diggler Dirk, but it's still something, let me tell you. Alright. Balrog skin. We got our Sazabis. This one actually took me a while to find, but I've since found a lot of them. Alright. Let's
Hello.
resurrect. What are numbers looking like? Right, let's go. Yeah, have not yet tried an Act 5 Merc. I find myself playing casters too often. But since, you know, years ago at this point, but since they made them viable and also popped in a few rune words to really help them out. Alright, hey, well, we do have our Mage Fist. Got plenty of those, but we'll drop those down. Alright. Have not tried that Act 5 Merc. Kind of interested in trying to make them tank, but you know the DPS is supposed to actually be really solid if you want them to go out there and kill shit. But I mean, I think the whole point is to go out there and do that yourself for the most part, for most builds. So at some point, I will definitely try that. I'm not sure which build I'll want to pair that with. There's a few decent options there. Come on, small charm. All right, nothing. Head striker. Trying to think off the top of my head if I've found any actually useful ethereal items that I've collected here with this Grail. At least like useful weapons, that is. Obviously there's more use for your helms and your armor for your merc, but there's a ring, finally. What do we got here? Anybody want to weigh in? Nagel. A really bad one. 18% Nagel. Alright, goodbye. Just double checking. Storm Rider, Edge, not ethereal, already got it. And I've got plenty of bloodletters, so no thanks. Alright. Gotta jot down the ring, though, since it was always interesting when you get those. But worthless nonetheless. Dole. Goodbye. Alright, 15 minutes to go. We're still gonna get a TC 87 item. Just not sure what it is yet. I have gotten 2 Wind Forces, 3 Grandfathers, I think. Just a jewel, random jewel. So, I've had my drops, just not the variety. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there to 666. That's a good call. Honestly, one of my favorite comments that I've gotten on any of my YouTube videos was somebody that happened to be my 666th subscriber memorialized it with a comment, and it was very fun. I certainly appreciated that. All right, thought I heard something that I cared about drop. Maybe it was just that blue ring. Ah. Sometimes stuff can get hidden there. Alright. Run 665. So, clearly not going to get anything this run. Oh, missed the large charm. Alright, thanks. Alright, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Alright. Here it is. Guaranteed. Rugs is calling guaranteed on this run now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? It's gonna be death. I just about died. That's what run 666 is gonna be. Death. Great. Good to know. Now sometimes when the wrong aura's out here, hey, there's a Corona at next. Alright, here is our Rune Master. Only 3 open sockets though. I have found a 5 open socket Rune Master. I mean, from what I can tell, I mean it's not actually super useful, but being that this is only 3 socket, I'm gonna toss it to the ground. But we'll check out the Corona just to be sure here. Alright, nothing of use. But yeah, do have a 5 socket Rune Master already. Check for BO helm. 3 BOs, but not much else, so we'll throw that aside just in case. What the heck's a mythical? Oh, one of those. Alright. Okay, let me go resurrect and keep rolling. Alright. And alright, 12 minutes. A lot of runs in 12 minutes.
Good day.
If I'm actually efficient, that is.
Hello.
Alright, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, some of these auras can be really deadly, and I have personally struggled sometimes to actually know the names of each of them, but when I see that stuff underneath her, it can be pretty scary pretty quick. Alright, we got a Grand Charm. Give me something useful. Huh. Now, I mean, don't have a physical build yet, and this is clearly not 10 max damage, but still, I mean, that's actually a really solid attack rating roll. This is a filler on a physical build, and you know you get this really early at level 21. So this one I'll keep around. So I've gotten a couple good ones, physical charms so far here in single player. So Asab just needs to be immortal. I mean, that would just solve a lot of things if he just decided to stop dying. So alright. There we go. This is what'll wipe us out. That sort of aura. Thorns? Stop hitting him. Small charm. You know, I haven't had a lot of good luck with small charms. Got a handful. What have we got in the inventory here? Some decent. Nothing. Not a lot of amazing. I had a decent amount of. I got one 7% magic find. A few of the max resist ones combos. This might be the best one. 11 lightning resist, 6 magic find. Always about the magic find. My other charms, I've got pretty solid Geeds, 38% magic find, 14% vendor reduction. Could be higher on the gold. I've got the perfect cold sunder. Took a lot of sunders to get the perfect one, and then I've got this was my first skiller I found. Actually, was first skiller period was cold skills, 5 to strength, and then I got this 15 all resist, I think, in my Grand Charm reroll video. So that's what I'm rocking. All right, we've got 9 minutes to go. Should be able to get, let's say, 16 runs in thereabouts, depending on how much I talk. How much we actually get for drops.
I can't carry
8
anymore.
plate, shadow plate, corpse-morn, and what's shadow plate again? Steel carapace. Okay, all right. Don't need those, but all right. Pretty high level though. High level armors are always cool. I'll take them as ethereal though next time. All right. Okay. Dabble of pain. This was no spine ripper. Can't remember which one Wiz Spike goes off of. Ah, I lost a sob again. Ith Skulder's Ire.
Yes.
You really like putting that on your merc? Or what's the deal there? I know that when the merc kills... Oh, not enough. The mercenary kills a mob, you get your magic find plus their magic find. I don't find that that killing happens enough, especially early on, but... Oh, Skulders has self-repair on it. I did not remember that. Skulders was an absolute huge upgrade early on here in single player. I think I was still using my entry-level rune word there. All right, I gotta get me some Asab back and crush these last 7 minutes worth of runs. Always find myself pushing harder and faster the last few minutes. And usually not dying. But I find myself trying to just face tanker right away. There we go, Doomslinger. Boots, always check the rare boots. Oh, nothing there. Keep her going. That's I don't think that's what she said. I didn't hear her say that, so I think she just says fear maggot. Die maggot. Fear me. There it is. Called it. I guess 1 for 3 is not too amazing. Hey, and after all, wait, heavy bracers, what are these? That's why I didn't recognize them. Ghoulhide. Just exceptional. Wait, not exceptional. Base. I don't know. They're new to me. Interesting. What I was going to comment on was this, the Arctic Furs, which was something that took me combined a couple thousand runs from different bosses to find. So here we found another one, though. So, all right. Love the dong. Shit. If I had an actual following, somebody would clip that, but I luckily don't have to worry about that too much, so. Love the dong, alright. Gonna have to work on my word choice here. No, thank you. Glad I could amuse, though. Alright. Blade barrier. Spike thorn. Not ethereal, don't need that. Not ethereal, don't need my gore shovel. Alright, let's keep killing her. Hopefully get 1 or 2 more dongs. Maybe a... Okay, no, I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. Alright. Alright, 3 more minutes. Oh shit, Asab. Warp Pike. What's that one? Is that Lysander's? No, Steel Pillar. Moving fast. I know I got the ethereal version of the Brandis stock already anyways. Okay, Asab is back. Got enough to ID. Move it. Oh, small charm. The delays in chat. It's not a typing thing. It's just a YouTube thing versus Twitch and other places. But yeah, there's a grand charm. I didn't miss that one. Let's check this out. No, that's not gonna do it. Pike is not something I care about. But let's check out the boots. Nope. 30 run walk, but not enough other stuff to matter. Alright. 2.5 more minutes. Let's try to get 5 runs in. You kinda start thinking about how quick you can do a run, which when I do this quick is around 35 seconds, but that's when you don't get a drop. And it's like, fast runs aren't always a good thing because it just indicates that there's a Grand Charm, that you didn't get anything of value. Ooh. I think the max I can get for Gold Find is 40. So I'm going to set that aside for a Gold Find barb, which is on the roadmap because I do actually... Oh, no, not that. I do actually enjoy a Gold Find barb, so... Alright. 30%. Gold Find. Alright. Okay. Last couple runs. We did not get our TC-87 item yet, so we're due, we're owed one, we're guaranteed one in the course of an hour. None of that's true, but let's just make it true. Not ethereal, don't need it. Alright. Come on. Somebody give me some real good luck here. Got a lot of runs in here today. Okay. Take her down. Why am I not hitting her? Oh, sob. That was terrible rolls. Not ethereal. Whoa. No. No way.
Hello.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But what needs to happen is you need to be rewarded with an actual, real drop. And it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. That or some big dong. We love big dongs, right? There, flip that one. Come on. Pure blues. Pure blues. Come on. We gotta get it. Time is running out. No! Oh. Alright. We'll do one last kill. Non-TZ. The difference is pretty crazy there. Man. Alright. Let's take a look at what we've got here today. Ruggle, thank you so much, not only for the gift, but sticking around the whole time and chatting so much and giving me lots to talk about here. Highlights from today, not a lot. Not a lot, honestly. Let me get these out here in the stash. We got a couple dings. We'll call them dings now. We got our Ethereal War Travelers, which, again, worthless being ethereal, but checks it off the list. We've got the Ghoulhide Heavy Bracers, which, again, was something that was missing. We did get the Gull Dagger, which love to have that. That was also missing from the Grail. Beyond that, nothing too special here. I just threw this 3BO helm on here just in case I want something early on. It's level 24 requirement, so it's nice to have around. And a couple other things. None of these were really ones that we needed for the Grail or anything else. The 2 martial arts assassins one, not exactly sure how helpful that is, particularly with the mosaic build, but have to do my research on that. And always do love the Drax. Great for that life tap, for particularly your Smiter or Zealadin, just for taking on Ubers and everything else. For charms, got the 36% gold find out of 40. Not too bad. Good starter for a gold find barb. And then for physical damage, nothing exceptional, but 7 max damage, 71 attack rating. I think attack rating on these can go up to 76, I believe it is. Max damage can go to 10. And like to compare this with life or something like that. but still solid for solo self-found there. Otherwise, no runes to note, just a shale and a dole. And then a decent amount of gems. Always love those for re-rolling. So, yeah, that is it for the Terror Zone. So, I think I'm gonna actually call it a pretty quick here tonight for the stream. This was really meant to be more of a test stream, just to prove whether I know how it works, which only moderately so. But it was great to have quite a few people watching today, engaging in the chat. I really appreciate that. Looking forward to some more opportunities to do some live streaming in addition to all the videos coming out. Biggest video that I've got coming that's in the pipeline is my 1000 Andariel run, non-TZ. That is mostly for just kind of showing gearing up in single player and going from blues, just magic items, to pretty solid set of uniques, and kind of building my Magic Find character. So really excited for that video, and I've got a number of other ones that I'm working towards. If you've got something that you'd like to suggest, be it a guide, be it something that's interesting to you, or some videos you saw other people do that you thought were really interesting, things like crafting or whatnot, I'm almost ready to do my 100 caster amulet crafting video. It's been taking a long time to save up those 100 Ral runes, but I'm just about there. So that's another one in the pipeline as well. So appreciate the feedback, Ruggle. And again, thank you very much for the donation and all of the chat throughout the hour. That really helped me keep the energy up and keep going. So I really appreciate you here tonight. Yeah, camera on is the way I do almost all the videos beyond the ones that have 1,000 runs. But I need to look at some options for that. So I am not a full-time streamer, nothing like that. So I do not have the opportunity to just get hours and hours in under the camera, but work through it as quickly as I can. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for attending tonight. Really appreciate that. Looking forward to some future videos, and appreciate all the chat, especially you, Ruggle. Have a wonderful night.